Welcome to Advocate Financial Services. This video is provided for educational purposes to understand how to sell your timeshare. Before putting your timeshare on the market, you need to understand what has to be disclosed to your buyer. Have you ever read your purchase agreement? 98% of timeshare owners have never read their purchase agreement. Contractually, you have a legal and ethical obligation to disclose all terms, conditions, and liabilities to your potential buyer. What has to be disclosed will be our focal point of this video. Your resort has 3 requirements. The first is your timeshare has to be paid in full. Contractually, your developer will not allow you to sell the timeshare unless the balance is satisfied. The second requirement is you have to be current with your maintenance fees. The third is you have to help your buyer find a financing company. Timeshares are considered fractional interest of property. However, they do not hold property value, which makes the timeshares an unsecured asset. Therefore, banks will not lend money for a timeshare purchase. Should the borrower default on the loan, the bank cannot foreclose on the timeshare because it belongs to the developer. It becomes a high-risk loan to the bank. What you own is the fractional interest of the property, which is the week that you have to use. Private lenders will approve your buyer for a loan at a high interest rate. These private lenders also tend to charge an approval fee to your buyer from $500 to $1,000 depending on the size of the loan. Let's pretend that you find someone that gets approved for a loan or has the money to buy the timeshare. The purchase agreement you have with your timeshare has a section called Right of First Refusal, which reads, Developer, as the true and only owner of the property, has the right to deny the sale brought upon by the member. Were you aware the resort has the right to choose your buyer? The resort's management company would require a personal and financial background check on the buyer. If they feel the buyer presents a liability, they can deny the sale, forcing you to keep the timeshare or find someone else that qualifies their standards. Many people watching this video purchase the timeshare with the understanding that the timeshare is property which can be sold or rented to anyone of their choice. Suppose you get a chance to read your contract. In that case, it reads, Purchaser acknowledges that the purchase of a timeshare is not for commercial or investment purposes and does not have any future market value or resale potential. The purchase of a timeshare is for enjoyment purposes only. Therefore, the contract clarifies that the timeshare is an exclusive membership, not property, which is why you have to be very careful how you present the timeshare at the point of sale. Yes, it's a fractional interest of property, but it's not to be sold or purchased as a real estate investment because you own the right to use the property. There are other terms in your contract you need to be aware of, such as the developer can change the terms of the contract without the member's consent. The contract also allows the resort to charge special assessment fees, which can be $1,000 to $3,000 to help the resort make up for renovations to the facility or unpaid balances by other members. All of these terms that are being shared with you on this video can be found in your contract, which we encourage you to read before you put your timeshare on the market. Many people watching this video complain that their maintenance fees go up every year. Your purchase agreement states that the developer has the legal right to increase maintenance fees, which on average is 10 to 15% a year throughout the lifetime of your membership, which allows the resorts to legally double the maintenance fees every 5 to 10 years. This term is imperative to disclose to your buyer. They have to be aware that their maintenance fees will go up every year. You can always hire a timeshare attorney that can produce a purchase agreement that will disclose all of the terms in your contract to protect you as the private seller legally. Attorneys typically charge $1,000 to $2,000 to create a purchase agreement for you. The last 2 points that have to be disclosed to your buyer may become deal breakers.